Do you remember?
He met the stars.
Shadowlink says, "Do you remember the movie The Wizard? I produced it. I'm responsible for Super Mario 3 being revealed." So, Will, tell me about a little ditty you've been playing.
Ooh, Keith, I have been playing through Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
I'm gonna mute this. Chat, let us know if you want to hear any of these noises. And now, right here in this scene, there's something I want to talk about with this game.
I know what you're about to talk about, Keith. Manuela, why'd you have to be in this clip?
But anyway, yes, you can see who is connected to chat when on PC. I actually can't see that. I don't know how to see that.
As always,
But
chat
Kevin,
knows more.
yeah, they know. So yeah, talk to me about Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Will, and make a futile attempt to try to get me to play this game.
I know that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to talk about it.
Yeah.
This game is basically what Fire Emblem Fates on the 3DS should have been.
Yeah.
In that there's 3 potential storyline paths where you choose a different group of people. But in Fire Emblem Fates, they tried to sell you all the different paths separately.
Uh-huh.
This one comes with all of them in one. So once you finish one path, you can just immediately boot up another. And there's all these different paths. You get to see different sides of the same story. There's 3 houses.
Yep.
You got the Black Eagles, who are from the Adrestian Empire, who is led by Edelgard, who is a very, I don't want to say stoic, but a very kind of silent-driven type, who is the leader of that. Then we've got the Blue Lions, led by Dimitri, who is more of the stoic, but also good-natured, good-hearted, sees the good in things, from what I can gather. Granted, I don't know a ton about those two because I chose the Golden Deer.
What is this lady? What's this lady doing? Why is she here? Go ahead. Sorry.
I chose the Golden Deer because at the beginning of the game, whenever you meet them all, the first 2 just seemed very like vanilla, medieval type people, kind of serious. We're talking and all this stuff. And Claude, the leader of the Golden Deer, is just a wisecracker. He's wisecracking. He's dunking on the other people.
Nice.
He's fooling around. Immediately, I'm like, I like this guy.
Okay.
And then you get to meet the members of the rest of the house. And a lot of the people in the Golden Deer just kind of stood out to me. I'd already kind of imprinted on Claude. He seemed like my guy. I wanted a jokester throughout the game because medieval stuff can often feel kind of bogged down for me when everyone's talking and speaking kind of Shakespearean and just getting like super serious about everything. So I wanted a wisecracker there, and I was not disappointed.
Yeah.
He, every character actually, but especially Claude, gets a lot of backstory throughout the game.
9/11 Fire Emblem 9/11 confirmed. Sorry, I just saw it.
I missed that. That flew over my head. But yeah, one of Claude. I really liked his story. Everyone gets a lot of definition. A lot of people said this, but whenever you first meet a lot of the characters, they kind of start out as kind of like anime stereotypes.
Yeah.
They're all like, this is the quiet one.
Do they start out as anime stereotypes?
Oh, for sure. Well, have you seen their character models?
Do they start out as anime stereotypes?
Manuela. No, but yeah, that's the thing about the game.
We'll discuss it in a second. Can I throw in one more salty little? Can I do one quick salty run
Sure.
back? Whenever you said this game is what the Fire Emblem Fates should have been on the DS, I was going to say something about how it looks like it could be on the DS.
Hey, come on now. I will say the one thing that looks considerably better than the 3DS versions is the character models. They have like a cel-shaded kind of look to them.
Yeah, the character models look all right.
In the first 3DS games, the character models did not have feet. Their legs were just like nubs. So we've come a long way in just a few years.
Yeah, you've come a long way.
But yeah, I will say a lot of people are loving this game, rightfully so, I would say. But originally I was going to give this game a 10, Keith.
Yeah.
But there's a few things that drag it down. First of all, this game looks like butt. It's not a very pretty game.
Yeah.
I played the whole thing on the TV for the most part, just because I've never played a console Fire Emblem game.
Sure.
And I wanted to see it, and a lot of the times, like the backgrounds in that right there, don't look great.
Oh boy.
And a lot of them look considerably worse than that one. But let's see, I did read a little about this game 2 days ago, but then I read it was a Nintendo game, and I stopped reading since I don't have that. Looked interesting though. Yeah, Fire Emblem's a very good game. I think if you ever do get a Switch, it's definitely one to check out. But yeah, another thing that is kind of weird to me is that it's very easy. At least to me it was. Yep. I had permadeath on, and there's only normal and hard right now. And I picked normal, but I did have permadeath on. And there's a feature in this game that was in Fire Emblem Echoes, I'll get to you in just a second, Matt.
I'll get to you.
It's in Fire Emblem Echoes that they had where there's a time rewinding feature where before, if you lost someone and you wanted to keep them, you'd have to save scum, delete, go back, start the battle over.
Right.
Whereas in Echoes, they introduced a thing where you can rewind time for a turn. And that's made its way into this one too. Yeah. And it's very nice as like a quality of life feature. You don't have to go back to the main menu if you lose someone. Mm-hmm. But it does take away kind of a lot of the stakes. And at a certain point, I just started being very risky because I knew that if something goes horribly wrong, I can just rewind.
Yeah.
And you can increase how many rewinds you have by doing side quests, getting renown, and using it at the statues, where you get buffs for certain stats. And by the end of the game, I had like 15 rewinds.
Yeah, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, very safe. I have a very comfortable little cushion to fall down on. Yeah. So I started replaying with the Black Eagles, and I chose hard. And it's considerably more difficult to me. I'm not amazing at Fire Emblem, but it gives me more of a challenge. I haven't gotten very far in the Black Eagles though, because I'm gonna be honest, Keith. I got very attached to the Golden Deer.
Yeah.
And as I'm playing through the Black Eagles file, I'm like, man, I just missed Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. Where is he? And people I miss Hilda. Want to see what I like. I haven't gotten super attached to the new ones yet, but it will happen.
You will.
But yeah, as I was saying though about how a lot of the characters kind of start off as a lot of them I didn't really like too much at first. Like the guy who ended up becoming my favorite in the Golden Deer is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, and he's a nobleman. And he kind of at first it seems like he's looking down on his classmates that are common men that come from salesman backgrounds and stuff like that. He's looking down on them, but you come to realize that he just holds himself to a very high standard, and he sees it as the nobility is obligated to take care of the common folk at any cost. All the common folk have to do in return is show respect. And that's kind of how he sees it. And it's a very interesting take on it. And like there's certain relationships where he'll have a relationship with a like a merchant kind of guy, and they'll work through that, and he'll realize, like we should just be friends. I should look past the fact that we're from different backgrounds and stuff. And a lot of them just every character can have a relationship with any other character. And you can also recruit people from other houses if you really want to. Yeah. Things like that. So it's just a very good, like, you just get to know these people. And I really started to care about the story by the end. So
I feel you.
I've been having a great time.
I don't want to, I don't ever want to talk anyone down from enjoying what they enjoy. Unless it's
Nisko
really
says,
weird.
And now he is playing with tiny figures.
Yeah,
They're amiibos, man.
We do that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we don't play with them, but if Will has a lot of these, he has a pretty solid collection. So if we have a Nintendo thing coming up, we usually
Nisko, this is what Nintendo will do to you.
Also, I wouldn't say I'm definitely not a Nintendo fanboy. Like I'm not a Nintendo love everything they do or whatever. It's really kind of sparse of Nintendo things that I enjoy. It's growing. You're much more into Nintendo, but you're also not like a Nintendo or bust kind of guy either.
Yeah, I'll branch out.
But Shadow Link's questioned real quickly Will of maybe not an expert, but someone who knows far more than me and possibly himself.
You're talking about his question about where... Okay, so Shadow Links is asking... Yeah, I am such a nerd, Misko. Shadow Links is asking what would be a good starting point. If you have a 3DS, I would say Awakening. That was the first one I really played all the way through, and it hooked me. The story in it is fantastic. The music, the combat, it gives you a really good introduction to it. Awakening's good. If you have a Switch, though, I would say Three Houses. Just jump into Three Houses. It's a little overwhelming at first, but it introduces things at such a slow pace that you get to get a feel for one element before it really throws you into another one. So like it may seem intimidating, like this clip we're looking at right now where you're running through this calendar and all that, but the way it presents itself actually works out really well. So like I said, if you have a Switch, I would actually just say just jump into this one. But Awakening's good too. It's kind of like Final Fantasy style where all the games use kind of similar elements and themes and story beats and stuff, but it's a completely different setting. There's a few of them that are direct sequels, but this one is not. Awakening's not. So you can really jump in at any of them. What are we
Sorry,
looking at,
Will.
Keith?
I am setting up a future video that we're going to look at.
Okay. Where'd chat go?
Chat is right here. Sorry.
Okay.
So
yeah,
wants to know how many you have after you finish up with
I would say over 30.
Yeah?
Definitely over 30.
That's not that bad, dude. That's not bad.
And I bought them all a long time ago. I haven't bought a new Amiibo in a while.
Oh, dude, we dropped a ton of frames.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Chat, let us know if everything's all right with the stream. I think it's probably because I tried to load a new page or something.
Okay, Shadow Links is talking. He says he's going to check out Awakening. Yes, dude, definitely do. You can probably find... Well, I don't know, because a lot of DS games stay expensive. But I mean, that's like a 7-year-old game at this point, so you can probably find Awakening pretty cheap. But okay, Misko says it seems fine.
Okay, good.
I do recommend though, if you're gonna play Awakening, I think you should do it with permadeath on. It's classic or casual. Casual makes it where your units come back after a round, but in classic mode they don't. And I feel like that serves to like get you to care more about the characters. I think that's an important element of Fire Emblem. So I would do that. But yeah, Shadow Links, you should definitely let us know if you check it out and let us know what you think.
Well,
but yeah,
I don't want to stick around on Fire Emblem too long. I don't want to inundate. No, I'm not trying to stop you or anything. If you would like to wrap it up, sure. I just have some questions.
Oh, go ahead. Like about Fire Emblem?
Yeah.
Okay, hit me with them.
I gotta tell you how much, and I know they make what sells, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the I don't play games for the sex appeal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I know people do that. I'm not gonna shame anybody for doing that or whatever. But like something about these, just like why every woman in this world is like insanely attractive and just hugely busted.
That's a thing that I just have to accept and roll with.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem has actually gotten worse about that since Awakening, because Awakening introduced the whole marriage system, and you can have children.
Oh boy.
And stuff. So Awakening kind of added a lot of like dating sim kind of things to it. And that's not my favorite part about the games. I much prefer just the friend. I like the support conversations.
Yeah.
But it did get weird towards the end whenever, like, for example, Lauren's was getting to A rank.
Shadow Link says the Lara Croft effect. I like it. Yes.
Like I said, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester was getting to A rank with a bunch of women on my team.
Yeah.
And all the A ranks were him being like, you know, it was them kind of like realizing their feelings for each other.
Yeah.
And I was just doing all the A rank conversations with different ladies he'd gotten close to.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, okay, Lawrence, you're in love with all these women? Like, I don't get it. It just seems kind of like forced to an extent. So stuff like that, and then the graphics keep this game from being like a 10 for me. I'd say it's an 8.9. Okay. I'll give it an 8.9.
Gotcha.
But as a Fire Emblem fan, I mean, I can look past a lot of these things that stand out to you.
Yeah, and I can't rate it properly because it's just not a game that I would enjoy. Bigger rack equals more sales. Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
That's definitely what it comes down to. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. I mean, that's what I think. What frustrates me is not that it exists. Mm-hmm. I think it's people who defend it and who won't say that. Who won't say bigger rack equals more sales. Yeah. Like if you ask some people about this, they'd be like, "Oh, well, no, they're just the women in this game are just beautiful and all this." Like, no, call a spade a spade. Yeah. Bigger boobies equals more goodies. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's just how it works most of the time. And that's not to say that they're not well-rounded characters. I'm not saying that they're just a chest. But what I am saying
they are much more than that.
Is that let's just call a spade and say, if we cut this lady's shirt a little bit lower, mm-hmm. if we allow a little bit of side boob to come through, then we're going to get more sales. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that you did not defend it in a way that would have irritated me. You absolutely are welcome to, but I've heard me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've heard defenses of it that just frustrated me. Like, dude, just come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I can acknowledge what's happening for sure. And for me, like, I just love the gameplay so much, and I love the conversations so much that I can overlook that kind of stuff. Just watching this treehouse footage right now just makes me want to be in control because I don't know what this guy's doing. Yeah. And I just want to play the game, boot up mine right now. But I'm going to get back to that tonight, actually. This is making me want to play.
Okay. I feel you. I don't want to leave that conversation completely where it lies, and I'm also not accusing you of playing this for boobs. But, play whatever you want and enjoy it. My whole thing is, if you like it for that, just say that, Not you, but if you're someone out there, like, there's, no big deal. Like that lady.
I find it hard to believe that people would spend $60 on a game just because it has boobies in it, though.
Well, of course, not just.
Yeah. But it's definitely a factor for a lot of people.
It's not enough to push me over the edge.
Got Dorothea right there.
Yeah, there's just not enough going on here for me. Yeah. So that's one thing. I'm not gonna give it a rating. Like, this game sucks. Yeah. I would never say that. Like, this is obviously a good entry in a series that people enjoy. Like,
you do like Rabbids though, don't you? Mario Rabbids.
Yeah, something about this doesn't do it for me though.
I feel you.
I think Rabbids has just enough complication, but it's mostly simple that it's just fun. Yeah. Like, I don't want to have to think too hard about it, especially when I play mostly handheld. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be holding the thing and, like, really considering what I'm doing. Like, and you said it's not too hard, but...
Yeah. The one thing that they did that I'm noticing in this we're about to finish on Fire Emblem. One thing that they did that made it easier, and I don't remember it in Awakening or Fates or anything, but whenever you move a unit, there's red lines drawn to you to let you know, like, if you're in range of someone and that they're going to attack that person, which used to not be a thing, I'm pretty sure. So now it lets you know, like, hey, if you move this guy here, these 3 people are coming for him. So
boobs is about $59. The rest of the game is $1 in sales tax.
It says boobs need personality too, not just bounce physics. There are no bounce physics in this game, actually. They're at least, well,
you're half.
That's wrong. There's one cutscene, an anime style cutscene, where there is a boob bounce.
No half measures.
But I like these emoticons.
Yeah, no half measures.
But these boobs do have a lot of personality. I will give them that.
Yeah. Dang, we dropped a ton of frames again.
Even the stereotypical, like, oh, this is the chick that's here for her boobs. She has a lot of backstory and personality. I kind of like her a lot too.
I'm not trying to desell the game. I'm just trying to be a voice of reason, a paragon of truth here.
For full disclosure, Keith refuses to play Bayonetta.
Because
of these kind of things. There's a real hang up for Keith.
Yeah, I just refuse to play Bayonetta because I don't want to watch her. I don't like the way she looks. Like, I just don't get it. Like,
I feel you.
You're not running around in the heels. Like, like if you're gonna go fight demons, put on some tennis shoes. You know, it's the way I feel about cops. Yeah. Like, why do cops wear those shiny dress shoes? Like, give those boys some Nike Airs. Yeah. And let them chase down the bad guys.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Shuts coward troops. Oh no, we lost one soldier. Let's run away. Oh, Misko's just commenting on the gameplay now. All right, we're getting out of
So
Fire
is the bounce in slow mo? I think it actually is.
Oh yeah.
It actually is, and it's one of the first scenes.
That's how we sell Tank Media games, baby.
Stop it. But what if the gameplay is worth it?
It can't. I'm promise you. In my opinion, I just don't. I've seen her run around. You know. I've seen gameplay of it. I've investigated because I've heard like, ooh, I do like action games. I really enjoy playing Darksiders. I've watched Devil May Cry, which is similar. I like those kind of action games, but I can't do it. I can't get into Bayonetta. I would like to take a quick, brief foray away from Nintendo to talk about God of War, Shadow Links, game I've been playing, been streaming. In the mornings. I played it one time. I'm on my second playthrough. We're playing God of War here. This is me playing, so there's definitely no copyright issues there.
What difficulty are we on?
We're on Give Me a Challenge.
Okay.
So not Give Me God of War. Based on Give Me a Challenge, I could not complete Give Me God of War.
Okay.
The new Tomb Raiders are really fun to play through. I have wanted to try those.
They are. They're really fun.
But God of War is just so good. I'm not trying to compare those or anything. I'm just saying. I've been playing those a great deal. Been playing God of War, in the mornings. Shadow Links can attest. It's a lot of fun.
He's excited.
Yeah, I want to know, Shadow Links, where are you at in your playthrough in it? And I really didn't think that playing it again would just like suck me back in where I want to have my hand on that axe all the time, but I do. Yeah. I want to be playing it right now.
This is making me want to play it again, too.
Yeah, it's so good.
I remember how it feels to throw that axe, dude.
Yeah.
It's weird how watching video can just make you remember how pressing buttons makes you feel.
And I have to throw it so much in this playthrough. It's really actually kind of ridiculous how much. FYI, it was a woman that designed the Bayonetta character. Oh, okay.
Ha!
She knows what sells.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do any more scrolling. You can beat Give Me God of War, but I recommend start a new game on New Game Plus with all your stats. Now, see, that I could probably do it. Yeah. But I started Give Me a Challenge flat. And so, like, just the amount of throwing is ridiculous. I may be about to die here. No, I rage, and I think I sell it.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
Oh, man, it is so good.
Yeah, I remember this part.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts in the game. Like, so this part was before Atreus gets taken, and you get infinite rage, and then the things that Kratos says, teaching Atreus what God of War is this, and this is 2018. This is the new God of War, and it's on PS4 only. Sadly, you need to go buy a PS4, Misko, if you don't have one. Almost done with it, working on 100%, trying to defeat the Valkyrie Queen, but she keeps kicking my butt. I've heard that she's tough. The Valkyries by themselves, the other ones that I beat were super tough. Uptime. Kevin, I don't know how to do bots, but I'm going to need a rundown of how to do that. I don't know what I don't think we have any bots active yet, Kevin. or any like commands like that. But I need to figure out how those work. Anyway, if you remember the portion where they activate that hive and the whole hive of Dark Elves is coming after him, and then Kratos says, "I will cover our front," or whatever. Atreus, watch our protect our flanks, and then like you don't get anything special, just a bunch of weak Dark Elves come in front of you, and there's like 40 of them, and you're just swinging and throwing, and like the whole time Kratos is teaching Atreus how to attack. Kratos tells him like, "Keep firing, boy," and Atreus says, "But you said to take my time with my shots." He's like, there are too many enemies, like you will not miss," or whatever, and stuff like that. And then we're walking up this thing, and he says, "There's too many of." Atreus says, "There's too many of them," and he says like, our narrow passageway will negate their larger numbers," or whatever. And I was talking about it on there. It's like that's some sort of like 300 Thermopylae reference. Like, of course, Kratos is god of war. He's the Spartan rage. He has the 300 is the whole like 300 men in that one tight spot. Just the way he's talking to Atreus throughout and teaching him and this stuff is so cool. And not the fact that this story is coupled with just amazing, satisfying combat and gameplay.
And it combines them at times.
Yeah,
like it's doing storytelling while you're doing gameplay. The Baldur fight at the beginning?
Yeah, dude.
Amazing.
Best fight.
Yeah.
I can't feel any of this. There's a portion when you're crawling through the hive, you're kind of sneaking. It's like you're not really sneaking, but you're just quiet. This is Sparta, absolutely. You're climbing up this wall, and Atreus is on your back. And then a dark elf comes out of the wall to try to grab you, and Kratos grabs his face, and Atreus is wondering what to do, and he says, "I've got him, boy." And he says, "Your knife." And then Kratos crawls over and stabs him in the head, and then just Kratos pushes his dead body back away, and then you keep climbing. Like, dude, chills, chills thinking about this game. Oh my gosh! Spoiler alert, by the way. We're about to see it actually, if we keep watching. Oh my word! This game.
I want to play it again. I still only played it once because I have a PS4 very rarely. When friend of the show Kevin, this is Sparta.
Yeah.
So how far are you in it right now?
I just turned on the light.
And this is like halfway through.
Oh no, this is still beginning. I haven't even. I'm still Alfheim, the first realm you go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say this is
first.
I played 4 episodes, so about 5 hours in. We're about to see.
It's like a 25, 30
Here we go,
game.
right here. This is the moment. Father! Quiet.
You were supposed to say spoiler alert after or before, not after you muppet.
You're right.
we just get caught up in the moment sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you said you weren't going to play it, Misko. I felt like a safe place. Yes, the combat is some of the most satisfying gameplay in a long time, coupled with the amazing characters and world building, replay value up the yin yang. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
This story will give you feels. This story, if you have a dad or are a dad, if you're just a person in general, this is just a really human story about somebody who's trying, whether they know it or not, is trying to make up for their mistakes through their child.
That end tag too? Oh yeah, that was nice. That end tag, the stinger.
Oh yeah.
The teaser for the sequel.
I don't get it. I don't with his Atreus's deal. I don't understand how it's possible, but I'm ready for them to tell me. Oh man, we're about to see the moment. But I'm gonna go to YouTube if you want to see it. Go to YouTube and see one of the coolest sequences that I probably ruined by talking over it. But it's so good. It's so good. God, so good, Will.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you've been playing. Talk to us about some Smash experiments or something. I know you've been playing a lot of Smash, a lot of Splatoon.
Yeah. Well, me and my friend Russ, and also I got Keith in on it today. Been doing some co-op online with Smash. So much fun. Some 2v2, and I've been up to some shenanigans with Morton Bowser Jr. Just sit back. Keith goes up, gets up in their face, does some jabs, does some grabs, and I'm just sitting in the back throwing in variables. Oh, yeah. Throwing in wild cards, throwing in bombs, throwing in little bowling ball things.
Oh boy, boys, we're lagging. We're lagging big time.
Oh no. We're gonna be good.
Should be okay now.
But yeah, we've just been.
Sorry, folks. Let us know if everything's all right.
Been doing a lot of co-op on Smash Bros. And also been doing some salmon run here and there when it's open on Splatoon 2.
Salmon.
Because Splatoon 2 is one of those things that will just always be in the back of my brain and creep up when I least expect it and be like, play me.
Yeah.
Run a shift. Do salmon run. So that's a perpetual presence in my life.
Yeah. I was trying to get a screenshot of, Bowser and Bowser Jr. standing back to back or something.
We took that screen cap on the Switch.
Okay,
but,
yeah, we did.
Yeah. So yeah, and Keith, you've been playing some.
Yeah, let's talk about Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. What do you think?
Still two persons on my screen,
Yeah,
so that's fine.
Misko made a joke about us being just regular old guys in a red and blue shirt on his screen earlier. Yeah, just the Streamlabs tells us when we drop frames, and so I worry that, So, I've been playing this game. I've been playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. This is a game that when we first started doing game talks, you brought your Switch, and you were playing Bopopolis.
Oh, yeah.
Which I still haven't gotten to, by the way.
Ooh, you're in for something, Keith.
I don't know how you get there, honestly.
Gotta find all the Kongs, baby.
Right.
Even in the secret levels.
Been playing this. I didn't think it was something that I very much enjoy. Will, you showed it to me back in the day, and I was like, oh, it looks fun, it looks cute. Watched some other folks play it several times, to the point where I gotta try this game.
Yeah.
And then I go on the Switch store. It's $60. This Wii U game.
That was $50 on the Wii U.
Yeah, that was $50 on the Wii U. They want me to pay for, so I don't buy it. But then eventually,
they wear you down.
They wear me down. I see other things come up. People are talking about Tropical Freeze. Tropical Freeze is the best 2D platformer. Tropical Freeze is what you need to play. Tropical Freeze. Blah 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 blah. And so I went on the store. I was looking around, and then we had a check come through of some money that a family member sent to us because of something they were doing with all of our family members. Just a little bit extra. Like, hey, we shared some of this with some of your cousins and stuff, so we wanted to share a little bit with you. Which it wasn't buy a house money. It was just buy a video game money. So here we are. I bought Tropical Freeze, and I've been playing that. I don't know if Tropical Freeze is what caused my Joy-Con drift, but I do have Joy-Con drift now.
Yeah.
This game is fun. I love DKC 2 a lot, but the graphics are nice in this one. DKC was the first game to utilize fully rendered character fur.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I think we hinted at that when we were talking about the original. It was on that list. It looked very groundbreaking for the time.
It's a lot of fun.
And this game, Keith, I don't think we've talked about this off camera, but this game's music.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Stands out to me.
It stands out.
I know the titles of some of these tracks, and I can hum them. It's very good. And the Lion King level, basically the Lion King.
Yes, the Lion King level is wonderful. World 3 for
3-1.
3-1, baby.
Grassland Groove.
That was a lot of fun.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Just the way that they set these levels up, and everything is a part of the level. There's no just floating platforms for no reason. Yeah. Everything is part of this track. The way that they just incorporate everything realistically into the level.
So what's happening here, I guess, also shout out to 8-Bitty LP Committee. Okay.
That's
so I'm guessing what's happening here is that they're playing 2-player.
Yeah.
And eventually I guess you can jump on your Donkey Kong's back or whatever. Whoever's playing as Dixie, you can jump on Donkey's back. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never played co-op on
But it is a great deal of fun. Mm-hmm. And Shadow Link says Rare was unlike any other developer at the time. They paved the way to the graphics we have today.
They were doing stuff.
They were doing it.
Doing work. So Keith, this game is considered to be extremely difficult. Have you been having trouble with it? Any trouble?
I guess if you have to define trouble, the only thing that's frustrated me so far has been maybe 1 or 2 levels. I had some frustration with the rocket barrel level. I had some
where you have to hold down A to go up or whatever? Yeah.
I had some frustration with a couple bosses. The water boss, a little bit frustrating. PTSD. The panda bear boss, dude. The polar bear, sorry. The polar bear boss. Irritating as all get out.
And you're fighting the humanoid walrus right now, the final boss, I think.
Yes, I'm fighting the walrus right now. When Will came over, I was in the middle of it. Tried to beat it right in front of his very eyes, and I failed. He's tough. The one thing that you just don't know when they're going to die. Like, you don't know when you can ever like let loose and go for that last hit. You just got to be cautious the whole time.
Yeah.
Did you see how that person blatantly missed that letter?
Yeah, it's kind of making me upset, honestly. He missed an O back earlier, and I was just like,
it's all right, 8-bit LP committee.
Gotta get those secret worlds, man.
Yes, gotta get them. But all in all, it's just a lot. I play my Switch a lot at work in downtime. I have a job where I have a good bit of downtime during the day. Not like 6 hours or anything, but 30 minutes, 45 minutes here or there. And so I turn on the Switch, I play a level or something, and it just feels good to turn on the Switch. Donkey Kong's right there. Great graphics. I don't get to listen to the music. I play it silently a lot of the times, which is sad. But oh man, it's so good.
Once again, I'm having that experience where I just
I gotta play this. Yeah,
it's the fact that it's on like a big screen in front of me, and it feels like I should just be able to grab the controller and be like, "Here's how it's done."
Yeah, show this person who's boss.
Yeah, get those coins, man.
But that is what we've been playing. I would like to now for our final segment. We don't know what kind of final segments we'll eventually do. I'm assuming that our game talks will probably be 1.5 to 2 hours, maybe. I mean, that'll be a lot of. I mean, we got a lot to talk about, but maybe just one. Who knows? We'll see. But we'd like to open the floor now I'd like to know what you guys have been playing in chat. Kevin, Shadowlinks, Misko, anybody. Well, I think that you guys are the only ones in here right now. But what have you been playing? We'll discuss that if you like. I wish there was a way to split up my internet to where like we're using a wireless hotspot in the window that I pay for. Game Talks will tend to be usually on Tuesday evenings. Today unless you guys can somehow get us to go full time with this, we can't do it during the day. So normally we'll have to go from like 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to midnight, 11 o'clock, something like that is the normal schedule on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
That's going to be the plan. We'll also probably be doing some scripted or pre-recorded Game Talks oriented things for the YouTube channel. But yes. Anyway, I was saying about the box we use to stream. That's what pushes the internet out because my internet at the house really, really sucks and it's not good enough to stream. It'd be really cool if I could split the internet usage in my computer where I could use like the in-home modem to pull down the YouTube videos so it doesn't mess with the out. But you guys let us know what you've been playing. We'll stick around for a minute and continue to debrief. So Will, what do you think about Game Talks live so far?
I thought it was fun. It was very successful. We had people talking. We were hanging out.
Hanging
out with some buddies.
And that's exactly the feeling that I want is just like hop on and chat about what you've been playing, chat about the news. There's always big things. Kevin says he's been playing through Let's Go Eevee again.
That's right. Me and Kevin, I've actually been playing some of that too. I actually beat it, but whenever I go see Kevin this weekend, we're going to complete the Pokedex.
Nice.
Because I completed it one time on Let's Go, and then I restarted it, and now I'm restarting it again, and I want to recomplete the Pokedex.
Nice. Because
it's actually really easy in those games, and I feel like there's no excuse to not have a completed save file with a full Pokedex as a self-proclaimed Pokemon master. So I'm going to rectify that.
So you might as well.
This weekend. Yeah.
You might as well do it.
Yep. So Kevin's been playing Let's Go. Me and Kevin are actually pretty big fans of Pokemon Let's Go. I think that's a very fun, quaint little game.
It absolutely is. You're not wrong about that. I don't know why I took down the internet. Shadowlink says, I'm finishing up God of War, Mario Odyssey, restarted Breath of the Wild, and just started Detroit Become Human. So a lot of PS4, a lot of Switch.
Yep.
Big exclusives.
Detroit Become Human, never played that one.
I have it for free on my, whatchamacallit, on my PlayStation. It was a free game.
PS Plus game?
Yes, it was a PS Plus game, so I got it for free.
Oh, and Kevin moved. I did not tell you that, but he would like to know.
Where
did I tell you that? Oh, he's still near Asheville, up there, but yeah, just got a new little house. Nice.
I saw him post a picture on Facebook.
Oh yeah, his view.
Yes, at the view. The great view.
But yeah, Matt, that is quite the collection of games you're playing. Playing some hits. Have you played God of War and Mario Odyssey before? Or is this your first time? I noticed you said restarted Breath of the Wild, so I'm assuming you finished it.
Yes, I think he has played. We've discussed God of War before. He's played multiple. I think he's played multiple New Game Plus playthroughs. That might have been someone else, but I think it's him.
Okay.
Whew. Man, Let's Go Eevee. That's not. I haven't played Let's Go Eevee. I played original Pokemon Yellow. Kevin's doxing himself right now. 25, 30 minutes from Asheville. Don't anybody go find Kevin.
Yeah, I've played all those except Detroit. Okay, cool.
I've not played Detroit Becoming Human yet. I need to.
Next week you'll have to let us know what you're thinking about Detroit, because I've never played that one.
Yeah.
That is the one that's made. It's made by the Heavy Rain people, right? It's like one of those interactive movie kind of games.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Decisions.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't. I was thinking about streaming it. Maybe eventually. We'll see.
All right.
That's another thing. If you guys can get on this, if we can get on this affiliate train, and if we can get on the I quit my day job train, then I'll be streaming during the day, and not what do you call it, in the morning. So Shadowlinks, God of War, on my 7th playthrough, pretty much maxed out of my stats. That's wild. Well done.
That's like me in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Seen Breaking Bad 7 times.
And then Misco.
Oh, dang. I've been playing the Division 2, Dirt Rally 2.0, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Age of Wonders, Planetfall, Prison Architect, Infiltrator Rome, Jurassic World Evolution, and Astroneer. Nice. That's a lot of games, and I'm only familiar with a few of them. I know Division 2, Dirt Rally, I've heard of that. Total War 3 Kingdoms, heard of that. Actually, I've heard of most of these. Prison Architect. Sounds interesting.
Like fun. I almost one of the games I have on my list to stream one day is Prison, like the Escapist 2. It's like a little top-down cartoony escape from prison game. Looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But Misco, I don't know how you have time to play all those games, man. But that was like a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff in there. I finally re-downloaded the Division on my PC. I intend to play it again, and I still intend to try to play with you at some point. But I haven't got back into playing it yet. I need some free time.
Yeah.
Shadowlinks says I'm going to replay it on the hardest difficulty soon. God of War we're talking about. If you want to check it out when I stream it, gladly. If I'm available, I will absolutely try to do that. Also love the Lego games. Want to replay Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and Jurassic World.
Nice.
I've never played any of those Lego games. I've only played the Star Wars Lego games.
I've played Lego Batman like literally 10 years ago. I played through it 1 week at the beach with my friend. We just played through the whole thing. That's the only one I played though. And I got all the achievements for it, baby.
Nice. You are an achievement hunter.
Yeah.
You are not sponsored, not branded.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely, if there's one thing I remember.
That's why I had to go with, unfortunately, I had to go with the Xbox One for my first,
because of the achievements.
not Nintendo console. Yeah, because I had to carry over those achievements.
Yeah, maintain your gamer score.
Gotta maintain it.
Maintain that gamer score.
So third party games, if they're on both systems, I'm going with the Xbox.
The fondness I have for Lego Star Wars, it knows no bounds. It knows no. There's not a bound. I have so much fondness.
They're coming out with one that's the full, all 9 movies in one. Prison Architect is similar to the Escapees, also a Warden mode, whatever that is. Also co-op and normal. It's building management game. Huh.
I like it. Not for me, but I'm more power to you. These 3 games really do the world's justice.
Yeah. From Lego Batman, I mean, it was definitely like a comical take on everything.
Yeah.
But it was done really well, I thought.
Of all things to do it right, Lego.
Yeah.
Of all things to look at, like, you're really doing a service to these things. Like Lego is doing it.
Yeah. Lego's the one that gets it.
Dude, wonderful. Well, everybody, I think that's going to wrap up our first ever Game Talks Live. It's beautiful. What I'm going to do is pull up our music here at the end.
Lego Star Wars Worlds is what it's going to be called. All 9 movies in one world.
Oh, baby.
That's going to be a long game, don't you think?
Oh, baby. Sign me up, dude. Sign me. Well, that'll be a stream. all the way through all of them in one sitting.
The Skywalker Saga.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. You guys really truly have no idea what it means that you hung out for this stream. It means a lot to me. I'm sure it means a lot to Will, especially for his first time being live.
I feel welcome.
Hold on. I'm playing this music for you. I'm trying not for it to be so loud. This is the music. This is our ending music. This is our Game Talks music. Can you hear it? Nope. Now you can hear it. I'll start it over. I'll have this better prepared next time. But this is our Game Talks music. Hey, if you want to share Misco or Shadowlinks or Kevin, if you got people you know that need a dose of gaming stuff in their lives, send them our way. We're trying to build this audience, trying to grow this thing. We're having a lot of fun. We're really glad that you guys hung out with us. Will, do you have any last parting stuff before we end the stream?
Play Fire Emblem Awakening. Final word.
Okay. Final word. Yeah, the final word. My final word is God of War. Is just what games need to be.
What we're building towards.
Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to take us to a little card here that doesn't say anything. It's going to say we'll be right back. But we're not going to be right back. That's because I only have these made. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. And please remember that we love you very much.